What about the Israelis? A lot of people thought that sometime this summer they might actually launch an attack. Do you think we're closer to that, or not as close as some people thought we were, say, 6 weeks ago?
I think they might be, but what I see in Israeli public opinion is a lot more skepticism about an attack on Iran, a sense that Israel couldn't really deal with the ramifications, that it would create a problem with the U.S. relationship rather than help the U.S. relationship. I think what a lot of people see as well is that an Israeli attack couldn't take care of an Iranian nuclear program. It would have to necessarily involve the United States. So I think there's a lot of sort of circumspection about that now that wasn't there several months ago. It's still possible. I think that both the United States and Israel benefit in some ways from not having a clear sense of exactly what the Israeli trigger would be. You still, of course, also have the possibility that you have an accident in the Gulf, there's an Iranian challenge or an Iranian test that gets an American response, and you suddenly have a war on your hands very, very quickly. The American war plan, as I understand it, relies on neutralizing Iranian capabilities before they leave port, which would mean that you would have to have a huge immediate attack. You can't slowly ramp up. You have to go big early, and that again puts you on a hair trigger that if the trigger goes, you go big.
And what do you think the likelihood of that is?
I think the likelihood of war sometime before January 1st is probably around 30%. There are people who say, wow, only 30%. Other people say, wow, 30%, that's real. It feels to me there are several things that could happen. I still wouldn't say it's a likelihood, but with a failure of the talks in Moscow, a sense that the Iranians don't really take any of this seriously, a sense both on the Israeli side and the American side that you can't talk about this forever. It makes you lose your credibility. I think we're probably in the 20 to 30% range.
All right. Jon Alterman, some thoughts on a dangerous world.